Hi year one, Miss Cox here, and I'm here for your English lesson today. And we're going to be having a little think about a book that you started reading the other day with Miss Osler. And to help me do that today, I've got some friends. So I'm going to introduce you to my friends. Are you ready? They're a bit shy though, because they haven't seen children for such a long time. So because they've lived in Mole's class all this time by themselves, are you ready to say hello to my friends? I thought you would be. So here's my first friend. You say hello. And I'm going to hold on to this friend because I need to borrow this friend today. And I've got this friend. You might be thinking you know who these friends are. Here's another one of my friends. And here's another friend over here. Okay, and then my next friend. Oh, and now this one looks a bit like a superhero. Are you ready? There we go. Although his mask is a bit wonky, isn't it? And then my last friend is here. Ah, okay. I think you've guessed year one. These are the PHSE value animals, and they're going to help us today with our English session. So you might be thinking to your grown-ups, oh, what are those PHSE values? Have a little think now. What are our PHSE values? Okay, well, hopefully you came up with equality elephant, honesty otter, raccoon of resilience, perseverance penguin, responsibility rhino, kindness koala, and of course, positive panda. Now I'm holding on to positive panda because it's the last week of term and you've all been so positive with your learning. We just need to be positive a few more days and then we can have a lovely rest. So positive panda is going to stay with me to help me be positive during the lesson and to help you be positive too. So he's going to stay here with me. Okay, so like every writing session, we're going to start with a few words of the week. So here we go. Our words of the week. Now, I wonder if you can remember from Monday when Miss Oster was teaching you what those words of the week are. That might be a clue. Should we find out? Are is one of our words of the week. Well done if you guessed it. And then one more. This one is was. Excellent. So here are our two words of the week. Oh, Positive Panda says that actually, there's a funny little trick that we remember how to spell was. And he says he thinks I should tell you. So I'm just going to get my pen to demonstrate this. So when we're in class, when we're in school, and we're trying to remember how to spell was, we remember worms and spiders. So we say worms and spiders when we're thinking about the word was. Okay, so I've just got to remember how many legs does a spider have? Oh, it's 8, isn't it? So there we go. I'll just give him some little eyes. There we go. So it doesn't look like a sunshine. So worms and spiders. That might help you remember how to spell was. Okay, here we go. So moving on, today's learning. We're going to have a bit of a think about that lovely book that Miss Osler read to you the other day called Look Up. And it was all about a little girl, wasn't it, who had massive dreams. She had big dreams about becoming an astronaut. Okay. And it was all about that lovely event that she wanted everybody to come and join in, didn't she? And wants everybody to be together. What a positive panda rocket is. So what we're going to think about is this page. We've gone back to this page and I'm going to read it to you. So it says, Mum tells me I never stop looking up. My head is always floating in the clouds. I wonder, what does Rocket's mum mean by head floating in the clouds? I've got some dreamy music. Have a minute to have a think about what does Rocket mean when her mum is saying her head's always floating in the clouds. Okay, Well, I hope you had a nice dreamy moment there thinking about what Rocket's mum means by her head is always in the clouds. Positive Panda and me had a good chat, and Positive Panda had some ideas, and I think they might be hiding underneath these little thought bubbles. Oh, you did thought bubbles last week. Should we find out? So, oh, it could mean maybe you said it could be daydreaming or dreaming about something. Okay, let's see what else. It could be imagining. So it could be, Rocket could be imagining all the time about somewhere she'd rather be or what she'd like to be. Perhaps she's just having a good old think. And sometimes it's nice to do that, isn't it? To get lost in our thoughts. So when our head is floating in the clouds, that's what it means. It could be imagining or dreaming or thinking. Well done if you got some of those ideas. Okay, so as we talked about, Rocket is really passionate about space. And what passionate means is she's really, really excited about space. It really makes her feel really happy and excited to learn about space. And she dreams a lot about being an astronaut, just like Mae Jemison, who was a very famous astronaut. And today we want you to have a think. If you could be or do anything you like when you're older, what could it be? What could that be? Maybe there's something that you are very passionate about, something that you really enjoy doing, that you take a lot of pleasure for. So what I want you to do now, what me and Positive Panda would like you to do, is we would like you to have a little think about what you would like to do when you're older. And then underneath this big bubble here, we've got some ideas. I wonder if one of your ideas is on here. So have a little think, have a little chat to your grown-ups. What would you like to do when you're older? Okay, well, hopefully one of your things is under here. Let's have a look. I'm going to reveal the big thought cloud here. Oh, wow, look at some of these ideas. So maybe you said you might want to be a pilot or a police officer or an inventor. Oh, I tell you what, take a few seconds with your grown-up and see if there are any jobs on there that you would like to do when you're older. Oh, there's lots on there, isn't there? I think if I was little again, I might choose to be an explorer because I always loved exploring. I was always in my garden exploring. Oh, hold on. Positive Panda's got something to say about that. He says his cousins in the wild, they love exploring too because they explore around the forests looking for food. So yeah, he'd like to explore too. Right, so hopefully there was something on there that you would like to be when you're older. Okay, going back to the book, Look Up, okay, we learned that Rocket actually practiced some of the skills that she needed to be good at being an astronaut. So she practiced some of those things. She thought about the qualities, the things that she needed to be a good astronaut. Okay, and if I read this part of the story again, it says here, I'm totally prepared. I've defied gravity, captured rare and exotic life forms, built a ship to the stars. So if we have a look at that in closer detail, she's already had a go at doing some of the jobs that she would need to be a good astronaut. Okay, and she's thought about what should she know? So she's done some research, hasn't she? And it says here, did you know that Mae Jemison went into orbit? So that means that when you circle around, okay, when you orbit, when something orbits, it means going around. Around the Earth in space, shuttle Endeavour, even though she was scared of heights. Wow, so that's a bit of two of our other Pashy values, really. That's resilience, raccoon, so showing resilience when something's a real challenge, and perseverance, penguin, okay? Because even though she was really scared of heights, Mae Jemison still went on a rocket to go up into space. Oh, okay. They are like our Pasty values, aren't they? We've just had a chat about that. So things that Rocket did. So have a chat to your grown-ups. What Pasty values do you think that Rocket showed in the story, especially this part where she's getting prepared? Have a think. Well, hopefully you agreed that maybe she would be a bit of a perseverance penguin because she would have to practice over and over again to try and get those things right, those skills right, so she could be a good astronaut. You might think that she has to be a positive panda. Because again, when things get a bit hard and a bit tough, you have to stay positive to achieve your dreams. You might think she was a bit of a responsible rhino. Because actually, it takes a lot of responsibility to learn about what you want to be. And you have to be responsible for that yourselves. So she could have been a bit of a responsible rhino, couldn't she? Okay, right, let's move on. So hopefully you said some of those PHSE values. Now it says here, this is about the responsibility rhino. But actually, Rocket, in the story, she found out lots about space, didn't she? To help her decide how to be a good astronaut. So she found out some of these facts. And do you know how we know that they're facts? Because they start at the top with, did you know? Can you say that? Did you know? It's a really good sentence starter, isn't it? When you're telling someone something new, you might say, did you know? Okay, so we can read some of these together. So did you know that meteors are bits of dust burning up in the atmosphere, up in the top of the atmosphere around the Earth? Did you know that most meteors are smaller than a grain of sand? I did not know that. Did you know that meteor showers happen when the Earth moves through a trail of dust left by a comet? And did you know the best time to see a meteor shower is when it's dark with no clouds? There we go. Now we know something about becoming an astronaut and looking out for meteors, don't we? Okay, being real responsible rhinos, they were learning new things all the time. Okay, so we're going to think about what we would like you to do today. And today, we really would like you to think about what you want to be when you grow up, okay? And I've got Miss Oster here. Look, there she is. She's really thinking, isn't she? She's got that face where she's going, I'm really thinking hard. And she's thinking, what do I want to do when I grow up? And which of these PHSE value animals would I need? What are those PHSE values that I'd need to help me be what I want to be when I grow up? Okay, now I wonder what Miss Oster wants to be. I think we might know this. I think Miss Oster wants to become a teacher. Well, she is grown up, but she is training to become a teacher. So she wants to be a teacher. Okay, so what we'd like you to think about is what you would like to be. And you can draw a picture of yourself with doing the job that you'd like to do. So if you wanted to be a fireman, you might draw yourself in a fireman's outfit or fireperson's outfit. And then around the edge, you could maybe write some of the PHSE values that you would need to be that job. Okay? Or if you wanted to be a nurse or a doctor or a vet or a pilot, whatever you'd like to be, you could draw a picture of yourself. And then you could write what PHSE value would you need to do that job? Okay? And then can you find out some facts about your job? So Miss Oster's done this. She's been thinking. She's been a responsible rhino, and she's thought about 3 facts about her profession. So she's thought, did you know, some teachers are called professors? Okay, there we go. Did you know there are many different types of teachers? Some teach children and some teach adults. Did you know Barack Obama was a teacher before he became the president of the United States? And so was J.K. Rowling, who wrote the Harry Potter books. I did not know that. That's something new. Responsible Rhino, I've learned something new. Okay, so that is today's job. You're going to draw yourself dressed up as what you'd like to be when you grow up. Right around your picture, you can write the PHSE value animal that you would need. Okay, the PHSE value that you would need to be a good teacher or a vet or whatever you want to be. And if you can, as a challenge, can you write some facts about what you would like to be when you grow up? Okay, so what I just wanted to show you, okay, is how you can write some super sentences. Okay, so we've got here, my awesome orange is out again because I've got a capital letter here. And I've got something here. Oh, hold on. Positive panda's back. He said he thinks it might be a word of the week. Do you agree? I think year one, you agree. We've got a word of the week here. So a sentence could be, I want to be a vet. So underneath your picture, okay, you can write some sentences about your job. I want to be a vet. And actually, when I was a little girl, I did want to be a vet. That's what I really wanted to be when I was growing up. And I've got here a sentence, a fact about vets. Vets are kind to animals and look after them. So that's one fact I know about vets. Okay. Now, there are lots of different ways you can access the learning today. You can write your super sentences, or if you've got it at home, you could dress up as what you want to be when you grow up and role play that job. Okay. And then draw yourself dressed up and do the activity where you've got the PHSE values around the edge showing us what value you'd need. So lots of options for today's learning today. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I am going to show you just a little bit of handwriting, okay? Just to show you, to remind you how we do some lead-ins. So when we're writing a sentence, we're thinking about that lovely letter formation. So I'll show you that now. Okay, so I've got on my screen here, I've got my lovely writing repeater, and it's showing me the start of a sentence. And it is showing me my lovely capital letter and my lead-ins. So I will write this for you. It's been playing behind me, but I will write it just to remind you that we're going to swoosh it up from the line, okay? And when we go over and under, so I will write this little sentence starter with you so you can see how we remember our letter formation, okay? So I'm going to click on a new one, okay? So let's start over here. Remember, we need our capital letter, okay? He, capital letter, I, okay? So I, and we're going to write the word want. So we're going to swoosh it up from the line where we're writing. So we're going to swoosh it up, down, up, and then for an A, swoosh it up, down, round, down, flick, swoosh it up, down, over, flick. And for a T, we're going to swoosh it right up and down, flick, and across. And then for two, so swoosh it up, down, flick, and across. Swoosh it up, over, round. And then for a B, so E, we need to start on the line, swoosh it right up, down, around, and flick. And then for an E, start on the line, swoosh it up, loop it over, and flick. Okay, so now we can read that sentence, can't we? I want to be. And then you can carry that on. So I just wanted to show you and remind you just that when we're writing, we're having a go at that cursive if we can. We're swooshing it up from the line. Okay? So well done, year one. I know you're going to do an absolutely super job today, and we can't wait to find out what you want to be when you grow up. So have a fabulous day, and it's going to be a goodbye from all the PHSE animals. Let's say goodbye, so wave a nice goodbye to them. Okay, here they all are. And have a super duper day learning about and thinking about what you'd like to be when you grow up. Okay, right, bye-bye, year one. See you soon.